Hi, this is Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to do the flip through of my July 2024 journal. It is August 1st, and I literally just finished it. So let's get started. Actually, that's a lie. I did not finish it completely because my printer doesn't work right at this moment. It's not wanting to print, so I couldn't print out some of the photos for the last little bit of July. All right, so... my mom stopped by. My dad finally had his catheter removed. So he had surgery and he finally had his catheter removed. So, and it's been this entire month, knock on wood. And this is real wood underneath this vinyl, so knock on wood, that everything is okay. We watched Beverly Hills Cop 2 in preparation for watching Beverly Hills Cop Axel, that AF, whatever it's called. I had a migraine. Put me in a horrible mood. So bad. Okay. Oh, I woke up this day. I went grocery shopping with my mom. I didn't get much. Then I came home and filmed some videos, enough to get me through, edited and uploaded. Oh, this is the day that my kid came home from work and fell asleep and was asleep until like 5 o'clock in the morning the next morning. And yeah. Oh, and I made the wedding card on this day. And got a mouse for upstairs. I have a mouse for down here, but I needed one for upstairs for editing because I edit upstairs. Oh, and this is the day that I discovered I started my journal upside down. This is what it did look like. But I started it upside down and I misdated. Like, it was a whole shit show on this day, on this week, this month. Jeez Louise, I can't speak. What's in here? I read The Return of Ellie Black. Oh, the dog was scared. He crawled across my head. And The Murder In by James Patterson and Candace Fox. Okay. I had 5 holds come in from the library. Whew. It was, yeah, a lot of holds come in. This is when I started using the page kits I made. Oh yeah, my dad bought so much food for 4th of July. I don't know what he was thinking. And the neighbors started shooting off fireworks at 5 o'clock at night. It was so annoying. Like, people, if you don't care about dogs, care about the veterans who don't want to hear fireworks going off. There we go. If you don't want to care about veterans, care about the dogs. Like, there it is. So I let the kid know first thing I wasn't cooking, so he brought home McDonald's for everybody. And this is the day that my mom brought me my fan. I love this fan. It's the Shark Flex Breeze. If you're a Costco member, go buy yourself one. It's amazeballs. Oh, and this was day 1 of the heat wave. So many heat waves in July, and it's like 90 something today too, but so many heat waves in July. Oh, the humidity was really bad. It was 94 outside with a real feel of 99 for day 2 of the heat wave, and it was 85 degrees in the house at the highest point. And we have AC. We have central air, okay? I read One Star Romance. The kid was in with the cat. It was running until 5 a.m., the AC. It was so bad. And this is the starting the whole thing with the attic fan. Stupid attic fan. There's my grandmother. Okay, this is what happened this day. Me. Thursday, I won't be home when you get home to my kid. I won't be home. Okay. I have a wedding to go to. I won't be home until late. Okay. Said, you and Pop are on your own for dinner. Okay. I said, you're going to forget this, aren't you? And he just walked away. I was like, uh-huh. Real feel of 195 degrees. I read You'll Never Find Me by Allison Brennan and used a page kit. Ran some errands on this day. I made lemony Claire cake. So good. And then find a quote that resonates for you today and add it to your journal. Then came July, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, hot and listless and miserable. Totally true. Heat wave day 4, 95 degrees. What was it the day before? 95, real feel of 100. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. I read Night Watching and Full Service. Yep. And then I used a page kit on this one. I had PT on this day. It was a real feel of 105. Oh, it was so gross. And we made pork belly tacos for dinner. So good. I made the pork belly in the Instant Pot, and then we grilled it, and it was the best way ever to make pork belly. Oh, and this is the day of my boyfriend's aunt's wedding. So that's us at the wedding. I ended up back in my boot that day because they had such uneven steps. It was so bad for my ankle. And I said the two things I heard all night was, no boot, no boot, and I like your cards. That was what I heard from everybody that whole night. My mother-in-law called to see how I liked the wedding, and this just started off like this whole thing. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. I read The Haunting of Velkwood, The Amazing Alpha Tau, Romeo and Juliet Project, and Homebody by Ruby Kaur. Yeah, I read a lot. Let's see, what was this? I read Tongue Tied, and I made homemade soft pretzels. This is what I said. Listen, did this ever happen? No, this did not happen. I'm still not behaving. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care anymore. I read Stick By Me, Creek, and started watching The Trust, A Game of Greed on Netflix. If you've never watched it, it was really good. I worked out for the first time since my surgery on this day. I did 11 minutes, but I knew when to stop myself. And I was cleared to walk, like exercise walk. I read Pen Pal, hated it. I covered my desk on this day. The boyfriend stayed home instead of coming over after work. This was so he got his oil changed. Okay, and then to the next. This is personal journaling. I read Connor. Finished off this paper pad. Got up really early for some reason. Said I'm over this heat. Ugh. This was the whole thing then about the attic fan, that it's still in there, but it's not hooked up in the attic. And then my dad told me he thinks what happened was it clanked when we moved in. It hit, so they unhooked it and never hooked it back up. Like it hit something. And I said, Dad. He goes, well, we have vents in the attic. I said, but Dad, the vents don't, like, you need the attic fan to work with the vents. So come fall, we're going to have to if we can get anybody in, it's impossible to get anybody to come do anything for you, I swear. I woke up this morning on a Wednesday to find out that the big dog got sprayed by a skunk at 3 o'clock in the morning. She smelled for a few days, so my dad had to give her a bath. Let's see, I had I had a doctor's appointment. I had a doctor's appointment, and I got released to walk without a brace. I mean, technically I was already doing it. Because he asked me, he goes, are you already doing it? I'm like, yeah, I'm already doing it. Like, I'm not going to wear my brace all night long, all day long. Once I was ready for bed, I would take my brace off and I would walk with cushioned sandals on. That sounds really bad, but it didn't hurt my heel. And that's how I would walk to the bathroom and take out the dog and everything once I was ready for bed. He also told me that he thinks I have plantar fasciitis, which is not true, by the way, as the more my calf is strengthening, the less my heel hurts. So, and even my PT told me that. She's like, once you're strengthening your calf, your heel will stop hurting, and it has. We went to the farmer's market for lunch, and we got spanakopita, zucchini souffle, dumplings from the Korean place, chicken bacon ranch, pretzel rolls, and cheesesteak roll from the Amish place. We got the Reading draft sodas to try, and we got strawberry Danish eclair, an apple fritter, and a cupcake from the Amish bakery. And I read 49 Miles Alone. Look how good that Danish looks. And those dumplings were delicious. This is the day that stuff happened at my boyfriend's work, and they were on an unofficial active watch because one of the employees went nuts. This was my first full day with no brace. I did put on a smaller brace to work out, and that just was not. I have to use my heavy duty brace to exercise. I did 10 minutes and then it hurt, so I stopped. This is the day I burned my lip on dinner, trying dinner to make sure it tasted okay. Oh my God, that was so bad. I read Method Acting and Big Brother. I started watching the new season of Big Brother, which I have to watch when I go upstairs. We got the LED lights for the basement on this day. They were only $55 on Prime Day, and it was $12 for the light switch. And it's bright AF down here. It's insane how bright it is. And I read The Art of Catching Feelings, and this is me after a workout. It was hot. Hot, hot, hot. This day I read the Dollar Gut Dream Department Store. That was so good. I believe I gave it 5 stars. This is the day that Biden dropped out of the race. President Biden dropped out of the presidential race, which is all we talked about that day. It's all anybody talked about. Oh, I said my boyfriend was grumpy pants that day because he was sans pants because he actually forgot his work pants at home. That's why he was grumpy. Okay, I had PT. I said I had her undivided attention today. Usually there's 2 people they're working with, but she didn't. She only had me that day, and she kicked my butt, including 2 different weight bench exercises where she had me like working on the weight bench, and oh my God, I was so tired when I got home, but she also told me if I slowed down, I'd stop limping, and she was right. I've slowed down and I've stopped limping. I made zucchini balls, garlic cheese focaccia, and shortcake for strawberry shortcake on this day. And then the boyfriend grilled pork steaks. And you're like, what are pork steaks? It's this thing that the local grocery store keeps having. I don't know what it is. It's just like pork roast that's sliced into steaks. I don't know. Oh, this is the day my mom texted me she was having issues with her phone. She couldn't text either of my 2 aunts, so like I told her she should do this, 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 and this, and she's like, well, now I can text the one, but I can't text the other. And then she figured out her phone was deactivated. It had been deactivated for a few days, and she didn't notice. It was all, she had Net 10, it was all on Net 10. She got a new card. It was time for her to get a new card, and she changed her payment, and they screwed it up on their end, and they ended up deactivating her account. And then she ended up having to get a new phone number because I tried this day. I talked to 8 different people on the phone, 8 different people, to get them to release her phone number, and they wouldn't. And they said that, oh, well, you need to reactivate it to release it. And then they're like, they kept transferring me. The one phone call, they transferred me 5 times. And all of them said, well, I'll transfer you to somebody that'll help. And nobody helped me. It was hours of me trying to figure this out for my mom until I finally gave up. I said, I apologized to her. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I'm going to be driven to drink. Then she showed up this day. I was working on my commission journal. You'll be seeing that video soon. As soon as the person gets the journal, I'll release the video. I don't want to release the video when she hasn't seen it in person yet. So I am done with that journal. It got shipped out today. But my mom stopped by. I was down in the basement. I actually heard her honk, thank God, or else I wouldn't have known she was there because she didn't have a phone. She couldn't text me. Texts weren't going through then this next day. I had her switch to Mint. She's now with Mint Mobile. I've been with Mint Mobile for over 3 years. I love it. You pay once a year. It's great. Not sponsored. But like, it's great. So I had her switch. I'm having my dad switch too at the end of August. I'm going to have my dad switch too because now that Net 10 screwed my mom over, I don't want them to screw my dad over. So then we're all with Mint. So she stopped by and she's like, can you help me? So I went in, and I understand she was really confused. It kept asking her to do a password, and she had already set up a password. So I just went out of that screen and logged in for her, and then hit keep temporary phone number. And then her phone popped up saying, I need a restart, and restarted it. And then it was fine, and it was working perfectly fine. So it didn't take that long. But she was worried that people would call about anything happening with my grandmother because she's in a home up north. And I said, well, they would have just called the next person on the list. I said, I'm having the worst day. It started out okay. So Sam woke me up super early to poop, and all I wanted to do was sleep longer. And then he barked the entire time I was in the basement working on the journal. But I did 13 pages were done by this time. And then the entire time I worked out, so only 10 minutes. And then the boyfriend had me try the new pen that he got me, and then I was done. I was done the rest of the day. I was done. I had to make focaccia. So here's the focaccia I made, and I had to make filling for Saturday, and I was just done. I was done the rest of the day. And here was the opening ceremony of the Olympics. I said, why did I watch this? I never watch. So I don't know why I watched. I'm plugging away making the Nightmare Before Christmas journal. I have about 2 more days of work to do before I'm finished. I'm hoping to be done by Monday. I was done by Monday. I got a gel nail kit in the mail. As you can see, my nails are naked. I have to give a break between my nails. But I told my boyfriend I was going to return it. I'm like, I'm going to return it. And he's like, why? He goes, you know, you deserve to have nice things. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, then I'll keep it. All right, here we go. Let's see. The boyfriend, the son, my kid, went with his friends to Jersey Shore on this day. And then these are all the shells he brought home. And the filling and the ham I made for dinner. I worked on the pages of the journal. I did laundry, made dinner. I said, frankly, I'm mentally and physically drained. I was. And I didn't work out because I was afraid I would hurt myself. Yeah, it was bad. And I kept forgetting to do my PT. I didn't do my PT today either. Okay, here we go. There's pictures of Sam. Look at him sleeping. Look at him. He likes fresh laundry. He will forever lay on fresh laundry. I don't understand it. I finished up that journal, filmed a flip through, just had to ship it out. I said, I'm drained. This one took a lot out of me. My kid needed new towels, so I had to go shopping. We got raised bowls for the dogs because Sammy has a collapsed trachea and it's better for him to eat out of a raised bowl. And we got some for the other dog too, and it's raised high enough that Sammy just can't reach it. So I hear my dad go, stop using my sneakers to boost you up. I was dying. It was so funny. And this is the day that it was at 9:30 at night, and I realized my dad never put the birds to bed. He had fallen asleep at like 6 o'clock and was still asleep. So I went in his room and I put the birds to bed and closed his blinds and everything, his curtains. And he wakes up, he goes, what are you doing? It's only 8 o'clock. I said, it's 9:30, man. It's 9:30. Okay, this is the day we ran some errands. I had to go to Kohl's to do an Amazon return, and then I got new towels for the kid. Then we went to Big Lots, and I came home and made meringue cookies. Listen, the meringue cookies went like that. And we started watching Race to Survive, New Zealand, and then I was knitting. And I read, and the boyfriend played College Football 25. Then we went to Dollar Tree for the boyfriend's favorite energy drink. They only had one. He was so pissed. But our Dollar Tree is horrible. We went for a walk up the street, and yeah, he told me, he's like, we'll go for a walk, but you're only going up the street. You're not going to push it. By the time I got home, I hurt so bad. Like, what's the difference of me doing a 20-minute workout in my basement and then walking on the road? It was bad. Here's some flowers from our garden. And as you can see, I screwed up and didn't have enough pages for the month. So I made my niece a birthday card yesterday. I set a reminder so I wouldn't forget, and packaged up the journal, ship out, and that's really all I did yesterday, except for make cupcakes and for my son and make dinner. That was my month in a nutshell, but no books for the last little over a week because my printer is still not printing. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys in my next crafty video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.